close. A few stems of not even food. You really need to support your snapdragon, especially when you grow the cut flowers variety, because they are going to be very strong and very heavy. I really hate using plastic in my garden, but this is probably the only way to make sure that my snapdragon don't flop. And you want to make sure that your net is tight like this, okay? You can see this guy bending already. It's not even full bloom yet. Oh my goodness. And you really need to support them before they start blooming. You really have to believe me on this one, okay? It's so important. You don't want your babies to flop all over the place after they bloom, after you put all your hard work on them. And I am going to add a second story because these are specialty cut flowers variety. They can get very tall. This stake is probably about 4 feet or 5 feet tall. Make sure you get a tall one, not little one, okay? Oh my God, it's so ugly. I hate it. But our babies are going to bloom soon. And when they bloom, the netting will become invisible. Here's what happens when you don't support them early enough. You know, the stem will bend like that when you support them, when you put the net on them. I want to show you the snapdragon that I didn't pinch and the one that I pinched. The one that I didn't pinch have stronger stem in the middle and smaller side branches. Little cute one. And the one that I pinch have multiple, maybe medium-sized stem. So this will become strong later and bloom later. And of course, the one that I didn't pinch is going to bloom before the one that I pinch. And these are the babies that I experiment by growing them in poor soil. No fertilizer, no irrigation. They're doing okay, but they are smaller. And some of them kind of struggle. This one really small. I stopped trusting the rain because it can be unpredictable. You know, it can rain hard or maybe just lightly. So whenever I plant something in my garden, I would make sure that I give them a really deep water. This happened to me before, that they say it's gonna rain hard and then it doesn't rain hard, and then end up, you know, my babies struggle because they don't get enough water. When you transplant anything, you should make sure that the roots, you know, every single root in the soil attached to the soil, and the soil in the raised beds is always going to be drier than in the ground. So you want to make sure that your soil is really wet. But at this point, I feel like, oh yeah, gotta go. I am taking advantage of the weather, and these sunflower seedlings are going to enjoy the moisture in the air, the humidity, and the comfortable temperature.
Kids, I've been looking for them all my life. Tricks, I'm playing everyone I meet. no more. Don't have to put up a show like before. Now your man is all I wanna be. The way you burn down, baby.
You were just being a good.
I never knew we could feel this way. Now that I do, I want it every day. Ooh, the way you burn.
I make a promise to my flower friend, Amanda from She's a Mad Gardener YouTube channel, that I would grow purple princinias, although I don't like the color, the neon pink, very bright pink, purpley color. It's my least favorite color in the whole wide world. But I am growing them anyway in my vegetables garden as I promised her, because she said that it would bring a lot of butterflies to my garden. And also, you know, sometimes you have to grow something that make you feel connected to people that have very special place in your heart. I am planting the purple princinias next to the Thai chili peppers here, which is another plant that make me feel like I am home with my family, my mom, my aunt in Thailand. Look at the tomatoes that I just planted the other day. Because of the rain, you know, because of the fertilizer and the compost here, they're growing very, very fast. The reason why I cover my marigold because the groundhog family that live under the shed here in my backyard keep coming to eat my marigolds. Also this lettuce, look at this, oh my gosh. They also eat the nasturtium that I just planted the other day too. These are the basil that I plan to plant them just to collect the seed at the end of the season, and then I'm going to share with you guys. I hope the groundhog don't eat this basil too. Some of them doesn't really have beautiful foliage, but I grow them because the flowers are so strong and so not smelly, so fragrant. It's raining again. Oh my goodness, I have no choice. Our baby sunflowers have been through full sun, full rain, full wind. Now they are so ready to be in their forever home, and I cannot wait any longer because I don't want them to get root bound. I am going to plant my baby sunflowers in this cut flower garden here because this spot gets full sun, and it's pretty self-explanatory that sunflowers need a lot of sunshine, okay? They need at least 8 hours per day. I think they can handle like 6 hours per day, but the more the better. You see, these are sunflowers that self-seeded from last year. That means they must love this spot so much. And look at that one, getting so big already. Another one right here. But these are weeds, so I'm gonna take it out. And I'll till the soil a little bit too. And if possible, you wanna add compost a little bit on your growing spot. You can see here I have a little bit of compost in this growing spot already. I add a little bit of compost in this growing spot because I want my sunflowers to be big and bold. But if you don't mind that your sunflowers can be a little bit smaller, especially if you plan to use it in a little bouquet, you know, big sunflowers can be a problem. You don't have to add any compost or any fertilizer or anything at all. A little bit of organic flower fertilizer. Any brand that is organic and you trust, okay? I use organic flower fertilizer here because I just want to make sure that this area has, you know, nutrients for the cut flowers that I grow. Not only sunflowers, but after this sunflower bloom, this organic fertilizer will become like a nutrient, you know, that in the soil, and I am ready to plant something else here. This is just perfect. You don't want the root to be more developed than this. Okay. Sunflowers are fast growing flowers. That means they are going to grow super fast, and you don't want to wait any longer because they will get root bound, and when they get root bound, they're not gonna be happy because the root is going to tangle themselves, and then they cannot breathe and then they will not bloom for you, or maybe they can die, you know. And that's why we teach little kids to grow sunflowers when we trying to teach them about gardening, because they can see the progress very obviously, because the sunflower is gonna grow from this big to like maybe 10 feet tall, you know, and the little kids will be so happy to see their flowers that they grow from seed blooming in just maybe like 2 months or 3 months. I want these sunflowers to produce very big blooms, so I'm gonna give them a little bit of space, maybe like 8 inches apart here. The more space you give to your sunflowers, the more soil, the more compost, the bigger they will be. Cover back with the soil. And this guy, I want smaller blooms, so I am going to plant them very close to each other. You can also plant like 3 sunflowers in the same hole like this, very close to each other like this, and you will get smaller sunflowers that are easier to arrange. Sunflowers are tall, okay, so you want to make sure that you plant sunflowers in the spot that will not block the other type of flowers that you have in your flower border. I am planting another group of sunflowers right here next to the basher button, these little cute spring flowers, because this guy will bloom and finish blooming in just about a month or a few weeks. And when they finish, you know, I will cut them back in the ground, or I can pull them out, and then that it will be the time for our sunflowers to shine in this spot.
비가 내리면 자연스레 너를 떠올려 따스해지니까 Don't know how I can explain 하루 종일 네 생각에 간절해 낯설어 나 왜 이런 걸까 You're the cure to all my pains 널 좋아하나 봐 널 사랑하나 봐 이제는 더 이상은
Mother's Day this year, I am offering $40 mason jar bouquet at my roadside stand like last year, but I am going to add a little less stems of flowers because the flowers price getting more expensive, but I want to keep the price point that's still affordable for my customers. And I want to make a little money because I am using all the expensive flowers like peonies, like snapdragon, like larkspur, and I am also going to offer $70 special order or $100 bouquet special order too. And the color scheme is going to be the same as last year. The main color is going to be white, pink, and green, and then a touch of some other colors like purple, like orange, like yellow, whatever that I feel like it. I am going to start with the $100 arrangement first because I am a kind of person that motivated and driven by money. I'm just kidding. I am partially kidding. Okay, the reason is because the $100 arrangement, require longer stem of flowers, and I am going to use the long stem of flower first because after I cut the flowers, I would not be able to extend the length of the stem. So I am going to pick the longest stem for this arrangement first, and then I am going to have the leftover shorter stems of flowers left for the little mason jar bouquets or the smaller $70 bouquet. You see the hellebore? This stem is pretty short, so I'm gonna use this one for mason jar. I'm going to use the big one for the bigger flower arrangement. So small stem. And some flowers like this larkspur, they always have lateral stem or branches like this. So I'm going to break this off and save this for the little mason jar and use like the main stem for the longer flower arrangement. Because Mother's Days each year fall into a different date, and also because the weather in each year and also the challenges each year, I will never have the same flowers for Mother's Day. And I am so appreciative that my customers always trust me to buy my flowers, although they don't really see, what I am going to have for them. However, this Solomon seal is something that I use every year for Mother's Day and save me a lot of money. And this is also the first year that I don't do hand-tie flower arrangement for the bigger bouquet. Doing this method, I start from creating structure for our flower arrangement first, and then once the arrangement is more like tight like this, not tight like, full, it's going to be so much easier to place the big flowers, the delicate flowers, and they will stay in place.
내일 더 아껴줄 거야 안아줄 거야 We're meant to be, you can't deny 내일 더 다가갈 거야 사랑해줄 거야 You're my sunshine after rain 네가 좋아 짙게 빈 하늘을 봐 더 푸르른 하늘과 Silver lining in the clouds 바람결에
Thank you, Crane. I'm so grateful for these beautiful flowers for me and my mom. As a therapist, I find myself always reminding moms that it's important to practice self-care. And so don't forget, you can buy yourself flowers. You don't have to just always buy them for others, but that's a form of self-care. Or maybe spending time in your garden, creating something beautiful for yourself, taking that quiet, peaceful time that you might need. So I hope that you find whatever you need this weekend and enjoy the beautiful flowers.
This arrangement's for my mother. She's been very busy and working with my sisters, and she works too, and then she comes home and she takes care of all of us. So I wanted to do something nice for her for Mother's Day. This is the arrangement that Jason and Crane made for her, and I'm so happy because it just looks so nice.
I'm good.
What's this? Oh my God. It's from England. Nim. From England. Maria, thank you so much for the gifts and for your kind words in this card. I actually was nervous that it was going to be dahlia tubers because I am running out of room. I just have enough room for everything I have now. I cannot take any more plants or seeds or tubers. But I appreciate, all the gifts, all the kind words, comments that you guys sent to me. This is the box that I keep all the cards from you guys and also from my local customers, from people that are related to my little gardening journey, growing cut flower journey. Whenever I feel tired or, feel like I don't want to continue my YouTube channel or my garden anymore, I would come here and then I would, read the message. And that gives me so much energy and love and support.
Used to falling in love with love, but I'm breaking my habit 'cause you turn me on to my heart's desire. Now I'm dying to let you know what I feel is some kind of wonderful, some kind of magical woman. My love's for real. I need to show you right now. Take a look at me now. I can't explain for the life of me what you did.
There's like train like the real people. Here's the epoxy. That's that. Now this here. Yeah. Okay.
It's sitting on the outside.
I love you both too. He's going.
Yeah, we're walking on cloud nine. Yeah, we're walking on cloud nine. I've been a fool to live without your love. It's like I've been waiting around for you. Why did you take so long to come to me? Maybe you were waiting round for me too. So I feel you're some kind of wonderful, some kind of magical woman. My love's for real. I need to show you right now. Take a look at me.
Happy Mother's Day!
Explain for the life of me what you did to me when I met you last summer. You set me free, you believed in me. Now you're here with me, and we're walking on cloud nine. I'm wide awake. Every step that I take is to celebrate what my heart is discovering. You set me free, you believed in me. Now you're here with me, and we're walking on cloud.
On Mother's Day every year, I used to cut a lot of flowers from my garden. I almost cut all of the flowers from my garden to make the flower arrangements to offer to my local customers. I, kept telling myself that it's okay because I am making a lot of moms happy and it's Mother's Day, it's okay that I don't have flowers left in my garden. But I was actually kind of sad and tired, like after all the work, after all the effort, I have no flowers left from myself in my garden. So this year, I set a boundary. I told myself that I would not cut flowers in the way that would take away the beauty from my garden. And I did it. Finally, I did it. I almost cut no clematis from this wall. I only cut a few stems of them just to make the special bouquets. There's a mummy bird making the nest on top of the clematis trellis there. It's like a sign to me to not cut the clematis to leave them for the family here. I also create a lot of planters of uncut flowers garden, like the flowers that I cannot cut, so I trick myself not to cut them. And those are poppies. They cannot be cut. They can be cut, but they're not gonna last in the arrangement. So I have a lot of them left in my garden. Oh, they closed because, you know, they only open in the daytime. I also didn't cut this snapdragon because I am filming them for the Seed to Bouquets YouTube video project. Oh, that's him. That's him. I cut a lot of columbines because they are flopping anyway, so. But that's okay because the rain would knock them down anyway, you know? Look at that. Look at this clematis. Oh, so cute. I did not cut any sweet pea at all. I really have hard time with them this year, so I want to keep them all for myself. I cut the Vigela because they are growing too tall. So it's, you know, beneficial to me to cut it. But there's still a lot left for me to enjoy in the garden. I also didn't cut the irises, which is the main flowers for Mother's Day that I would use every year. And this one I am very proud of myself, so I have them here in front of my house. But Mother's Day this year, I am still feel like pretty tired, like exhausted. And I got very bad headache after I finished all the arrangements. But I don't feel sad or I don't feel depressed. I don't feel guilty that I cut all the flowers from my garden. I spent a little bit more money on wholesale flowers and I made less flower arrangements, which is totally okay. Nobody complained at all. But you know, again, I feel very content and very happy with my garden after Mother's Day so much this year. And you know, that means Jeremy is right. Self-care is so important. Always put yourself before others. I know it sounds selfish, but it's so true and it's so important that we fulfill ourselves so we can have the energy. We, you know, remain motivated to help others. And I am saying this because I know that a lot of you guys here are moms, and you know, a lot of moms always forget to take care of themselves, including my mom. But I talked to her the other day and she's getting so much better, and I am very proud of her too for taking care of herself. So alright guys, happy belated Mother's Day, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And you know, if you don't get to spend time with your kids, with your children, your family, your mom, your sister, you know, just, it's never too late, okay? All right, I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.